Hey guys, Kevin here. What I've got here is the Kolink Continuum 1500 watt PSU. I did an unboxing last week. I showed you everything in that video as far as the contents. I showed you the cables and all that. But the one thing I did say at the end of the video was that, well, I hadn't tested it, so I couldn't really, speak about the quality, what it was like, etc. So I just wanted to do a follow-up video and talk about, well, how it's been performing. So it's actually underneath the camera, so I'll jump over to there just now. So here is the Kolink. This is the Continuum 1500 watts. And underneath you can see the other ones I've been using. So these are Evca 1000 T2s. They're about 270 in the UK. Sometimes cheaper, when prices aren't crazy. But these are powering 8 underpowered 1066 gigabytes. Now the ones I've got at the top here, these are 1080 Ti's. And if I put these like 70 to 80%, I could probably get 6 of these through the one power supply. Now, including delivery, this cost me £300. But for an equivalent 1500, 1600 one, 1600 watt from Corsair or from Evca, you'd be paying about 400 to 450 in the UK, and supplies are very, very short. And that's why I turned to this one. It was cheaper and it was available. So, I showed you all this in unboxing as far as all the ports and all that. The actual connections are a little bit basic. They kind of look plasticky. The connections here are a little bit better. And these ones, if you can see, these ones are all it's upside down, but CPU, VGA, VGA. These ones are all noted what they are. This one you kind of need to figure things out for yourself. But that isn't a major problem. And it's just one of the areas where this PSU has cut corners. It isn't a major brand, so they have to sell things cheaper, but they have cut corners in a few areas. Firstly being, well, they don't even include a plug. If you looked at my mining rig, I thought I had the correct plug for this PSU, but I didn't. So I had to go out and buy one. It's only a few pounds, it's not expensive. So it doesn't come with a plug. And you might also notice there, it doesn't actually have an on-off switch. The only way to take the power out of this from your computer is to just pull the plug out. A little bit basic, but it's not a major problem. As far as noise goes, the fan, it's hard to explain, but it's not too much more noisier. It's not much more noisier than the Evca T2, but it is kind of like a higher pitched tone. It's a little bit of a higher pitched tone. But when I'm sitting over there at my desk, it's not something I really notice, and it's not so loud that it's annoying. If this was in your computer and you compared it side by side with an Evca, maybe this would be a little bit louder. But I'm comparing this between a 1500 watt PSU and a 1000 watt PSU. Maybe if I was comparing it with a 1600 or a 1500 watt Evca or Corsair, maybe the noise is similar, because there is a lot of power going through this, and there's a lot of hot air coming out here because, well, powering 4 1080 Ti's and a PC. I think, they don't include a plug, so you need to buy that yourself. You can get it for a few pounds. They don't have a switch there. They don't have lettering, so if you've never built a PC before, that's maybe annoying. But the biggest complaint about this and the biggest shortcoming of it are the cables. These cables are not as good as the ones I've got in my Evca. Now, if you look at the Evca ones, they click in a little bit better. They're all braided. They're just very, very high quality. But these ones, you can see this as well, look how thick these are. These ones as well, they are a little bit longer. I found these cables are a little bit shorter, and I don't know if you can see that there, but they're kind of, I had to kind of push the PSU a little bit closer to the motherboard. So I've squashed the motherboard in a little bit closer, simply because, well, in order for the cables to reach, I really couldn't take the chance, of this hanging off of the cable not connecting properly. So I've tried to squash everything in okay. If you are putting that PSU in a PC case, there might be situations where the cable wouldn't go to the right distance. I'm not sure, I'm just speculating. So, to summarise, for £300 I got a PSU that can provide the power of similar PSUs that would maybe cost 400, 450. You don't get a switch, you don't get a plug, you don't get lettering here, and you get cables that, well, they just aren't as good. So there you have it, guys. That was just a quick summary of the Kolink Continuum 1500 watts. It does have shortcomings, without a doubt. The plug, the switch, these connections here, a little bit plasticky, they feel a little bit cheap. It's a little bit more kind of higher pitched tone, but to be honest, it isn't noisy. It's not as noisy than, much more noisier than any of the other power supplies I've got. So I did save about 100, 150 pounds. And you know, when I was building when I was building this rig, when I was building this computer, I was a little bit annoyed with the cables. Like, they just didn't feel as good as the Evca ones. But I saved a lot of money. I probably saved about 100 to 150 pounds buying that PSU instead of the other ones. And to be honest, once your computer's up and once it's up and running, cables aren't something that you really care about because, well, they're all connected. So it might make building the PC a little bit more of a pain because of the cables. The cables aren't cheap per se, but they're just not as good as the ones you would find in Evca or Corsair. With Evca as well, you get a 10-year warranty. It's the same with Corsair. You get a 5-year warranty with this. But for me, for a Platinum PSU that should have about 92% efficiency in most situations, I think it's okay. I'm not saying you should go out and buy this, guys. You know, I've got no. It's really no benefit to me whether you buy it or not. But my own opinion of this is that if you're saving a third of the cost on something that, you know, instead of paying 450, 400, you're paying 300, then I think it's a good saving. But it is worth noting that the Evca 1500, 1600 watt power supplies, when they are in supply, get it? When they are in supply, when they are in stock, they can be about 370. And at that price, for the better cables, for the adapter, for the better quality of the build, you know, it's just for everything, I would maybe lean towards the Evca. But right now, at current prices, I think I went with the right option. So it's just a quick summary. This has been the Kolink Continuum 1500 watts. If you get any questions about it, please do let me know in the comment area below. And I will leave a link to my original video in which I did the unboxing and I showed you what was inside. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll speak to you all very soon.